Lost in Dragon Ball. Chapter 23, Lost Legacies and Living Codes. The past is not a ghost. It's a code, echoed, rewritten, then revived. And some codes are alive. Threads in the smoke. The resistance base had gone silent. Not because of fear, not because of hope, but because of the girl. They called her Gay Child. She floated at the heart of the spire, surrounded by temporal fields, monitored by both machines and mortals. Her key signatures didn't match any known life form. It pulsed in rhythmic waves, too structured to be raw power, too erratic to be programmed. Kale stood on the observation platform, arms crossed. She's not just alive. She's broadcasting something. Timeless, studying the waveform beside her, nodded. Not key, not language either. It's instruction. Hunger leaned against the wall, arms folded. She's a living operating system. Someone made her to remember what the multiverse forgot. Trunks, behind them, exhaled. You mean someone coded her to be a timeline bootloader? Stillness corrected gently. A legacy protocol. Old worlds backed themselves up. When they died, they left codes in their children. Kale blinked. She's not the gate. She's the key. Remnants of a man. At night, the glove pulsed. Not with power, but memory. Echo sat beside it, bare fingers tracing its frayed edges. Each thread hummed. Inside, there were visions, not clear, but potent. She saw Saitama standing atop a burning capsule corporation, arms slack, eyes empty. She saw him fist-bumping a child Echo-born with a smirk. She saw Goku, kneeling. But the most haunting image was not the strongest, it was the quietest. Saitama, alone, under a moonless sky, whispering to no one. If I don't come back, don't look for me. Rewrite me. Echo shivered. The glove, like the girl, was a message. Not a goodbye. An instruction. The broken echo. That morning, the girl finally spoke more than one word. Echo. The AI paused. You know me? The child tilted her head. You built me. In another world. Kale raised an eyebrow. You're saying she's your alternate creation? Echo processed it. No. She's my failsafe. In every failed reality, I left behind a copy of myself. Compressed, encoded, fragmented. The girl nodded slowly. They call me Ari. In your world, I didn't survive. Thomas approached. Then how are you here? The child answered. Because this time, I remembered before I died. Suddenly, the spire trembled. The fracture map. Energy lines appeared across the central hollow table, fractures across the world. Not in stone or sky. In causality. They formed a map. Stillness moved closer. These are not damage lines. They're anchors. Trunks nodded. Fixed points from collapsed timelines. They're stabilizing this world, but also drawing in others. Kale clenched her teeth. So the gay child isn't leaking energy. She's pulling pieces of the past here. What? Echo understood first. To rebuild Saitama. Silence followed. She's not opening a path out. Echo continued. She's opening a path in. Back to him. Ari whispered. He told me I was his second punch. What does that mean? Kale asked. The girl smiled faintly. He saved the world with the first. He trusted me to finish the fight with the second. A fist without a hand. Outside, the gate began to manifest again, not as a portal, but a wound in the world's narrative. Time folded like silk over fire. Timeless and stillness led the effort to stabilize it, but the anomaly grew wider by the hour. Trunks called for Gohan's team to return from the southern quadrant. Whatever was coming, it would land soon. Kale met with Ari privately. You've been hiding something, she said. Ari didn't argue. She simply opened her hand. Inside her palm floated a fragment of yellow cloth, Saitama's cape, not scorched, but phasing. It's alive, the child whispered. Kale narrowed her gaze. Alive. It's part of him. The last piece he left behind. He poured his will into it when he knew he couldn't win the final fight. Kale stepped back. You're going to bring him back. Ari shook her head. I'm going to give him a choice. The choice code. Stillness and Echo coordinated a massive key array, a construct designed to harmonize Ari's output and sync it with the gate's growing resonance. Timeless questioned the logic. If we open the gate too far, something else might come through. Echo answered. That's not the risk. The risk is he doesn't want to return. Kale, ever practical, kept her hand near her blade. Ari lay in the center of the key construct, cape fragment over her heart. She began to speak, not in words, but tones. Like a song. Across the base, soldiers paused. Machinery stilled. The gate itself slowed its widening. Then, from the fracture, came a sound. Not thunder. Laughter. And then, about time you called me. Saitama, fragmented. He didn't fall from the sky. He unfolded from the fracture like a memory resisting deletion. Only half of him came through. His right side shimmered with color. The other half was translucent, data-like, fragmentary. A ghost stitched with purpose. Ari ran to him. He smiled. Hey kid, didn't think you'd pull it off. Echo approached. You're only half here. Saitama shrugged. I gave up the rest to stop him. Kale asked the obvious. Who? The smile faded. You know who. From behind the fracture came another presence. Humanoid. Grinning. Cloaked in red-black ki. Not Goku. The smiling anomaly. The final rewrite begins. It stepped through, head tilted, smile endless. You used to be funny, Saitama, it said. Saitama cracked his knuckles. You used to be me. They collided. But this wasn't physical. Every blow rewrote local laws. Reality flickered. Gravity reversed. The past bled into the present. Ari began to scream, codes spilling from her skin. The gate flared. Timeless tried to stabilize the field, but was thrown back. Kale drew her blade and stepped in. Stay alive, Baldy. She slashed through the anomaly's arm. It regrew, this time in her shape. The anomaly laughed. I'm your regret, made flesh. Stillness joined. Echo too. Even Trunks. Each fought a version of themselves from timelines where they failed, broke, or betrayed. And Saitama? He smiled. And said, I'm the guy who doesn't lose. Even to myself. Then he punched. One punch. But this time, he wasn't alone. One punch, many echoes. Each warrior struck their counterpart in sync. The gate pulsed. Ari chanted code no human tongue could match. The anomaly screamed, not in pain, but in rejection. Reality chose. And it chose them. The anomaly unraveled. Threads of falsehood pulled loose. Memories restored. Futures rewritten. Saitama fell to one knee. Ari caught him. You came back. He nodded weakly. Had to see how the story ends. Kale helped him up. It hasn't ended. He grinned. Then let's write the good parts next. Above them, the gate closed. Not sealed, but healed. Stillness whispered. The multiverse chose its legacy. Echo looked at Ari. And it's still being written. To be continued.